And all right. Welcome back to the CNC, or no, not CNC podcast. It's the Studio C show, or Studio C podcast. Yeah, Studio C podcast. I am here with my co-host,
AKA Kid Ministries.
and we have a special guest here with us today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name's Philip. Yeah,
All right,
I don't really
so
know a nickname or anything, so yeah, Philip.
welcome to the show. Glad to have you here.
Appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
Of course. All right, so let's get into some of the topics. First topic, gaming. The first topic is Modern Warfare 3 coming out with a release date of November 10th. What are our thoughts on this?
Well, Fortnite, I feel like Fortnite is competition still, but not at the level it was at its height. So I feel like this game stands a chance at doing well. Better than what is I'm not gonna say it's gonna rise to its old glory, but it should do better since Fortnite is kind of died out. So I didn't play the last year's one, Modern Warfare 2. I watched the gameplay of that. I haven't gotten to Call of Duty. I haven't been in Call of Duty for a while, but I'll play this one because I feel like this one should do some good numbers since Fortnite is not where it was at one point.
I mean, yeah, I think you're thinking of not Modern Warfare. You're thinking of Warzone. That's the battle royale. Modern Warfare is something completely different.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
like the old Call of Duties, right, with the campaign and stuff.
yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Fortnite is a battle royale. This isn't a battle royale.
I'm saying like I'm talking about Call of Duty as a whole.
I
So
mean,
because like as a whole, they were kind of in the shadow of Fortnite.
I mean, that's why they brought out Warzone though. It's because to compete with Fortnite. This isn't. This isn't. They're not trying to compete with Fortnite with this. There.
Well,
This is just a. Um. This is just a new game.
feel like this game is gonna. I feel like, well, let me say this then. This game is gonna do better than Fortnite. It just is gonna do better than Fortnite. I'll say that.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Oh, go
yeah.
ahead.
I think for me, this is a little bit hard for me to speak on because I'm not the biggest first person like shooter game type person.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't played Call of Duty in a little while. But as far as like I can get into the campaign mode and stuff, and I know how much the other Modern Warfares were real good. I played those, so I may try this one out. But as far as online and anything like that, that's just not for me. Like these people, whole different level.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. I've seen a bunch of people like on Call of Duty. They're just like online. It's just like why like the things they say is just like out of like you died in a game. Like why are you getting that mad over a game?
right,
I
I know
don't
my
get it.
I can barely even walk around in there. As soon as I spawn in, I get blown up or something. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, so
I
this
mean,
one's supposed to be the campaign at least it's supposed to take place right after the second one, which I played the second one. Second one was pretty good. Um, so I'm interested to see what they do with this. I'm surprised that they announced it so close to the release date because we're in August. September's like 2 months away,
yeah,
or
yeah,
no, November's 2 months away.
yeah.
So already I'm just kind of skeptical. I'm thinking they're gonna push it back, honestly, just because Call of Duty nowadays is known for glitches and stuff like that. So I'm thinking they're gonna push it back
Right.
because November
Yeah,
seems too soon.
I feel like I feel like it's too much of. I feel like now you don't have to rush stuff because like I said, Fortnite's kind of died down, so you kind of could take your time. You don't got to compete with anybody.
But
So
Fortnite also has huge seasons coming out. Like it
yeah,
dies down for a bit, and then once the new season comes up, it ramps up.
So do y'all play Fortnite? Are y'all into that?
Yeah, I
yeah,
am.
I play Fortnite. I play Fortnite because I just want to be better than this guy. That's the only reason I play
You'll
Fortnite.
never be better than me.
That's the only reason. I'm in the UFC. I don't even like Fortnite like that.
Yeah, I think it's because I always sucked at it, so I just left it alone. Like I think I was in seventh grade when it was like first popping and coming out, and I tried it out, and I was like, yo, like I can't do this, bro. So yeah, but
Yeah, it was one of those games that I just liked it, stuck with it, and everyone has been dogging it and saying that it's garbage, but I'm just like, I like it, so everyone has their opinions on it.
How I feel about Fortnite is this. I'm just trying to be better than barbecue. That's it. I don't care about
And you have not succeeded
right
at
now.
all.
I just want to be better than barbecue.
You have
Barbecue.
not
Let's not
succeeded.
get into that. Let's not get into that because I'm a higher level than you anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah, but
matter.
you want to talk about our 1v1? I beat you 10
Bro,
times in a row?
you good the whole time. Like,
Not the.
come on, bro. We're not gonna have
Alright.
this conversation in front of company. Let's talk about
Alright.
Modern
Alright.
Warfare 2.
Alright. Alright. So this is a little surprise thing that I didn't put on the topics today. But Chris Martinet, the voice of Mario, got a promotion. So he will be still playing like voicing Mario, just not as often. So that makes me think, who will be voicing Mario in future projects?
like the Mario inside the video games, Mario,
Yeah, Mario video game.
they got a new voice actor.
I'm not sure if they have a new full-time voice actor, but the voice actor that currently does it and has been doing it since it started got a promotion.
That's kind of hard to replace or fill the role of. That's such an iconic gaming voice and everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, and then are they Italian or Hispanic? I've never fully understood
Italian.
what they were.
They're
Okay,
Italian.
so okay, I mean, I was about to say, oh shoot, they should pick me, but I can't do an Italian accent. I'm sorry, I can't do an Italian accent.
I think I haven't watched a Mario movie, but I heard Chris Pratt did a pretty good job, so he might be filling in the role.
I mean, you haven't seen it? Oh,
I
that's a
have
good
not
movie.
seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
I just like the Peaches song. That's the only part I like in the whole movie, though. But yeah, I mean, he would be a good replacement, or Jack Black. Jack Black can probably do the
He did
voice.
Bowser.
But
Jack
Jack,
Black is kind of
he's
iconic for his
versatile.
voices, so I could see him.
Yeah, he's versatile. So
Only thing about Chris Pratt is that, at least from like the trailer and stuff, Mario has that Italian accent. Pratt just kind of just speaks, straight
That
English.
is true.
Yeah, I don't know though. That's interesting though. I wonder how they go. I don't think it's like a hard voice to replace either, because I heard some people that can do a Mario impression pretty well.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna be too hard
And if
to.
you think about it, if they like, he really hasn't had much voice. All you have to do is that Yahoo and
Yeah,
just little things like that. So I don't know if they're gonna get someone else or if they're just gonna have him because it's not that big of a role. Or I could just be undermining the role, but I mean, a few Yahoos there and a Wahoo there, and then you're done pretty much. I'm assuming, but
think he says "Let's go" every now and then too.
yeah,
oh yeah, he's
just a
like,
let's
"Woo!"
go.
Or yeah, but yeah, I mean, I feel like if it's not a lot of speaking, you shouldn't have to replace the role. So
Yeah, but again, we could be undermining it. It could be like they could be like having big projects in the future, so we
Yeah,
don't know.
I was just about to say, if they're having more projects, then yeah, I can see the need for a replacement.
And I don't want to like be like, oh, voicing Mario is super easy. Like it has to be like I don't know. I don't want to be like that, but
What was the last big Mario like project gaming wise? Because the last one I played was Odyssey on the Switch.
I think Odyssey was the last one.
Oh, they did make a deluxe of the Mario Kart Racing, Mario Kart. I remember that. That's the last thing I played.
Okay. Yeah.
Mario and Rabbits, Mario Golf,
Oh yeah, I remember Mario Golf. I never played it myself.
Mario Strikers, Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. I think the last standalone Mario was Odyssey.
Okay.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about the other games like Mario and Rabbits and stuff. They just came out with a new one of that. But all right. Next topic. We're getting a little into football here. Team predictions. So
All right. Define team predictions. What is this talking about?
so everyone has their favorite NFL team.
Oh,
You like your Green Bay Packers because they won a Super Bowl. I like my
okay.
Steelers because my family is from Pittsburgh and stuff like that.
Well. Tonight I'm not gonna mess with you. I'm gonna mess with our special guest tonight, bro, because he's a Falcons fan, man. I love messing with Falcons fans.
That's rough. I mean, Falcons are my second favorite team. I mean, I live in Georgia, so I have to be legally. I have to be a Falcons fan.
No, I
Right.
don't. No, I don't. I don't solicit to that rule. But I will admit something for you, barbecue, and don't let this go over your head. The Packers are in a rebuild. Okay, I said it live. There you
Finally,
go.
you finally said it after how long? But all right.
And I'll say why they're in a rebuild as well. It's because we gave the Jets Aaron Rodgers, and then everyone else that he wanted, they left too. Like, oh my gosh. After that, I said, okay, I'll admit that we're in a rebuild. I will.
All right.
Now,
Let's let
about,
her. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
nah, um, being in a rebuild, like I don't know, like you guys, I think you guys are more in a reset than a rebuild. Because you guys had pieces, you got Jordan Love, who I think he's gonna be solid. He sat under Aaron for all those years. I think he's gonna be solid. Was it Christian Watson the
Yeah.
rookie last year? I mean, he's promising. You got Romeo Dobbs. You still got Aaron Jones in the backfield. I mean, you guys like it's more of a reset than a rebuild. I don't think you're just completely rebuilding. Now, defensively, I'm not sure which I have because I don't keep up with.
Exactly. The defense is a completely a rebuild. We gave up everybody. That's our complete rebuild. But yeah, I agree with you on that. The offense, we still have a few pieces. It was just that last year, Aaron Rodgers basically said, "Forget all this, man. I don't care no more." So he never developed a relationship with them new guys. So he said,
Right.
"I'm leaving." So yeah, but yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get on you with the Falcons, bro.
Go ahead.
I ain't gonna go in yet, bro. I'm gonna mess with this Steeler fan for a little bit. So yeah. So go ahead and give your little speech about your Steelers. About them winning the Super Bowl or
All
whatever.
right. I think our guest should go first for his predictions for the Falcons.
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear this.
All right. So yes, being a Falcons fan all my life has been tough. Um, the Super Bowl gave me COVID before COVID came out. Um, we haven't made the playoffs since I was in seventh grade, and I've just recently graduated. So it's been rough, but I definitely think we're on the come up. I think we win our division this year. The NFC South is a very weak division. You could argue it's the worst in football. I think we're gonna win that for sure. Um, as far as and then if you look at the pieces we have, like Drake London, to me, he is the next Mike Evans. I'm not calling him Mike Evans, but he kind of reminds me of him, that type of play style. We got Bijan in the backfield, along with Tyler Algier, who rushed for 1,000 yards last year. Our defense is still not good, but it's definitely an improvement from last year. To be honest, my only concern is the quarterback, Desmond Ritter. I'm not the biggest Desmond Ritter fan. I'm sure he's a great guy, but like as far as like on the football field, I'm not really the biggest fan of him. I thought he was a mid quarterback in college, so let alone being our starting quarterback now. But I think he's in a perfect situation where he doesn't have to win his games. I think if he can be a good game man, not even an elite one, but a good game manager and just make sure we don't lose the game for us. I mean, I don't see why we can't win 9, 10 games with the division we got. So I think 10-7 is gonna be my prediction for my Falcons this year in a playoff berth.
All right. I think I agree with that, honestly.
I don't agree with that.
Of course you don't. You don't agree with anything.
Here's why I don't agree with that. Because, hey, you mentioned some good stuff, and I agree with you got those different components, but that quarterback situation makes me more nervous than when you guys had Matt Ryan.
Oh,
And and I feel like when the Falcons don't have a solid quarterback, they don't look as good to me. I feel like you guys offense, but your offense is always good every year, so that's gonna be fine. But the defense, oh, we already know the defense is gonna look poor, especially when you throw the ball. Y'all can't guard nobody when you throw. But as far as running, oh yeah, that run defense last year was good. But as far as the game going of that record, you said 10-7.
10-7.
I don't know. I don't know. I'll bring that back to like 8 games. I'll be shocked if you guys win 8. But
Now,
I feel like I'm gonna give you a win. The Packers are gonna lose to the Falcons. We know that. That game's gonna be close, but they're gonna win. They're gonna beat them. And yeah, but the Falcons, like y'all culture. Everyone knows Atlanta culture, bro. Y'all be having some good players and stuff, and still y'all be flopping too much for me. But I'm gonna get off your back, Phil, for right now. I'm gonna get on this Steelers fan. I wanna mess with him because like he said some outrageous stuff before this season about the Steelers, like some outrageous stuff. Like
All right. First things first, I want to say I have become more realistic.
you.
So
Like,
my predictions are. Let me pull up the Steelers schedule. Sure, I had this already pulled up, but all right. Coming off preseason. That's preseason. 49ers. I'm gonna give that a win. Browns
yeah.
automatic win. Raiders most likely a win. Texans win. Ravens, I'm gonna say loss. Rams, I haven't looked much into the Rams, but I'm gonna say loss too. Jaguars win. Titans. I should probably be writing this down.
I was gonna ask if is somebody running it down. That's what I should. I should have went by the schedule. I'm just going off the number in my head.
So what did I say? I said 49ers win. That's one. Browns win. Easy win. Raiders, easy win. Texans win. Ravens loss. Rams, I'm going to go with loss.
Interesting.
Jaguars, I'm going to say. I'm not sure.
That's a win.
Win? You think win?
That's a win.
All right.
Tough game.
Titans, I'm going to say win also. Just because Packers, easy win. Browns easy win again.
Okay.
Bengals, just for giggles, I'm just gonna go loss.
Oh my God.
Cardinals win. Patriots easy win. Colts, I'm gonna go with win. Bengals, I'm gonna go with loss again.
Huh?
And then Seahawks and Ravens. I'm gonna go win Seahawks, loss Ravens. So that brings it to 12-5.
Oh my God. All right, let me dissect the crap out of this because
I mean, I already know we're gonna win against the Packers. That's an automatic easy win.
you've been watching
Plus the
this.
Browns, that's two
Watched this
easy wins.
football for 3 years, right? 3 years, right? All right, man. That I'm gonna put that out there. You've been watching this for 3 years. I told you the culture of a team never changes. If they're a winning team, they're gonna win every year. But it's how much they're gonna
That's
win.
not true though.
And 12-5 is ridiculous for the Steelers, bro.
That's
Because
not true. It's actually been proven if you won the Super Bowl, your chances of winning the Super Bowl in the next year are low, actually.
Okay, I agree with that one. Okay. But anyways, the Ravens loss is not a loss because the Ravens are hot garbage.
They have Lamar.
They have some he's not in a system where he can carry them to
I don't know. I'm
Steelers.
saying that's a loss just to say it's a loss. I hope we win.
Lamar, you know, he's a brother, so I gotta support him. But anyways, okay, that's not a loss. The Browns is definitely a loss because
What are you talking about? Hold on. We are talking about the Browns.
We're talking about Deshaun Watson.
The team with 3 different mascots who can't even win. We won against them.
Win.
Oh my
Win.
gosh.
Hey,
Oh my god. I can't believe what I'm hearing right now.
The Browns have won more than one game in these last few seasons now. Before then, they were winning. They only had won like 2, but now they're starting to win 7 games each year now. So they're winning games. But Deshaun Watson,
We won against them with a rookie quarterback.
Deshaun Watson is going to come in there and light you
No.
up. We're talking
No.
about Deshaun Watson. Come on. He is not. He's a Lamar on a upper.
Hold on. Let me see how much we beat them last year.
I mean, come on.
With a rookie quarterback.
No more distractions. He has no more distractions to deal with. He's done with his legal stuff.
28-14. We beat them by double last year with a rookie quarterback. We didn't even have Joey Porter Jr. on our team. Now we have Joey Porter Jr., arguably the son of one of the best Steelers players in history. We're not losing against the Browns.
No, you're going to lose against the Browns.
There is no possible way.
All right, first,
Deshaun is gonna beat this man.
You're way too high on the Browns. If you watch the NFL, you should know. Part of the NFL is that the Cleveland Browns suck. I mean, they just supposed to. It's just
exactly.
And Cleveland is where you go when you want your career to end. Odell's my favorite player. When he went to Cleveland, I knew it was over. Everyone that goes to Cleveland, that's where you go when you want to retire and call it quits. Massage Watson, it's not going to work out. I mean, you already saw. Now, granted, he took 2 years off of football, so he's not going to look his best the last 7 or 4, however many games he played last year. But he didn't look good. I don't know. I think the Browns may beat the Steelers one game just because it's a rival and division game. Most of the times those split. But I mean, you acting like they're this world beater and talking about the Browns. Like, nah, man.
Bro, the Browns. are gonna come in. I hope they beat them at home too. I want them to beat them at home.
There's no way where there
I'm
is
not gonna say like this, but they're gonna beat them at home,
0.0%
man.
chance they're beating us by at home. We're talking about at home,
I
where the
want them
Steelers
to.
are
I
most
want them to.
powerful. Like, have
I'm a
you
sports
have you
guy at
seen
home.
have you seen? I'm gonna say Heinz Field because it's still Heinz Field. It's not Acrisure Stadium to me. But have you seen Heinz Field whenever we're playing a game? 99.9% of it is Steelers fans. There is no room. Even at away games, like last year, I think it was last year or the year before, at the Falcons game, 90% of that stadium was full of terrible towels.
That was crazy.
Like, there's no way they're winning at home with us at home. Maybe at their home, maybe.
Yeah,
And
I'll
that'll
say
probably be a
that.
close game if they win.
Uh,
But
and I
I'm
said that. But this 12-5 is a delusional record, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm being realistic.
That is not
We
realistic.
got
That is like that's unrealistic. 12-5? No, Kenny's not that good. He's not that
okay,
good. He
okay,
can't.
okay.
I'll give you guys what like I'll give you 10-5. Wait, no, that's
Either
not
way,
right.
Tomlin's not going on a losing streak this year.
But my Packers, I'll admit, you guys might get a win there. Yeah, I can see you guys getting a win there.
Yeah. I will say 12-5 does seem a bit strong, but when you're reading off the schedule, I mean, a lot of those wins and stuff makes sense. And even some of like the loss to the Rams, I would say that's a win for y'all. So I mean, it could even be even more wins, um but we all know when games happen, NFL is just completely different when the games happen, wins and losses and stuff. I definitely think the ceiling is my bad 12-5, but 10-7, 11-6 is probably more realistic, which still is only 1-2 games off from 12 and
Yeah,
5. So
yeah. But
I'll go. I'll go. I don't. I think if we win, I'll be surprised if my Packers win 8 games. I'll be so surprised if we get pull off 8.
yeah, I've heard our Steelers are strong and only going to get stronger. But like put them, we are in arguably the hardest division there is in the NFL right now. And put us in any other division, we're winning that division easy.
I still gotta see about Kenny Pickett myself.
Yeah.
He
I
he's
mean,
yeah.
you can go, Phil. You can go.
Yeah.
You can say what you was gonna say.
I think I think with him, like he's definitely not bad, but I think the best he could get is like that Kirk Cousins type tier, which I mean is going to win you games. I mean, I think that's like the best he could get though. Because what is he? He's already 26 in his second year. Is he 26?
Let me see.
He was an older rookie coming in already. So with that, I mean, he's not going to be bad. He's
25.
not going to get much bad. 25, okay, yeah. So yeah, I think Kirk Cousins tier type quarterback is going to be his ceiling. I feel like.
I feel like I kind of agree with that statement. I mean, I can agree with that because he's not gonna be a Big Ben. There's no way he's gonna be better than Big Ben.
I mean,
And
obviously not.
Yeah,
he might can move a little better than Big Ben, but as far as overall career, he's not gonna be better than Big
I
Ben.
mean,
And and
I
for,
think he'll be better than older Big Ben. Like, I think the last 2, 3 seasons of Big Ben wasn't Big Ben. I think peak Big Ben, like he's not gonna reach peak Big Ben. He's gonna probably reach the most he'll get Big Ben wise would be probably older Big Ben, maybe first season Big Ben, but that's a maybe.
yeah,
I mean, I feel like I feel like for him to carry you guys to take you guys to a Super Bowl, he'll have to be somewhat better than Big Ben. Not like overly, but
I can
he's gotta
see that
he has to be
because
somewhere better than Big Ben to do that.
I mean, I'm still hoping he gets us at least one Super Bowl, because some of the guys on there deserve a like TJ Watt definitely deserves a Super Bowl at some point in his career. And we're not letting TJ Watt go.
Then you need to build around him.
That's what
That's my
we're
other.
trying to do. That's why we grabbed the guys we did during offseason, build that picket fence or O line, and that's we're trying to build up. But I don't think personally this year's our year for the Super Bowl. Maybe playoffs, but if we're going to the playoffs, we're probably gonna win two at most, two playoff games at most. I still think we're a few years away from Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think Kenny Pickett, he's definitely the quarterback that you can win games with and be consistently good each season. But as far as like Super Bowl goes, um, it'll have to be the perfect scenario when you have that team, that like type of team around him or that type of talent. Where I mean, like I said, the Steelers aren't there yet. If Kenny Pickett's the guy for a Super Bowl, because I don't know if he's a Super Bowl quarterback to me, not to carry a team to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. If we are going to a Super Bowl, um, like with our current team, because I don't know who future players will get. But if we do go to a Super Bowl, it probably won't be with him. With our current team, well, it'll probably be the next quarterback we get. But I hope I'm hoping he succeeds. He's a Pittsburgh native, and he from what I've heard, he looks really good in preseason. So I'm hoping.
What I'll say is this: if I want to, like I told you last year, I need to see a full season for me to say whether or not he's gonna be y'all's future. From last season, yeah, he put off some good games. He put off some good games, but not enough to say he can lead. He's gonna be our future for a long time, like Big Ben.
I'm not.
I'll just,
I don't think
I
he's
think
gonna have 18 18 seasons like Big Ben. I don't think he's gonna last that long, especially since he got a concussion his first year. Or I think two concussions his first year. That's already not looking good. I think
Yeah,
most he'll have, like absolute most seasons he'll have, is probably 10, and I think he'll be done after 10.
yeah,
I think I'm not a Steelers fan, but I think if you guys do get to the Super Bowl, it'll be with Kenny, just because your fan base is already behind him. You guys have supported him since he touched the field. So I mean, then you even got the slogan "And Kenny we trust." I feel like if you're gonna come up with if your fan base is gonna come up with that slogan, I feel like you guys are gonna kind of give him some time to develop into that role.
Yeah, but again, we also have to find the perfect people for him to be with. I mean, and we already got some strong people as from what I've seen and from what I've heard. Joey Porter Jr. He's gonna have a great time in Pittsburgh. From what I've heard, I haven't seen any preseason. I don't really care for preseason just because it's fake football, in my opinion. It's hope no one gets hurt, and it's a scrimmage basically. It's what it is. It's like you hope no one gets hurt, but it's just warming up for the actual season.
And I and so I feel like yeah, preseason I don't watch preseason either, but all I know is from what I saw for the highlights, I feel like the preseason kind of shows you what your team is going to look like in the regular season. Well, not fully, but somewhat. And I feel like for my team, it's going to be a shootout every game because of how what I've seen for preseason. I feel like for the Steelers, it's not that's not going to be the case because I don't know. Some games, when you guys are on, you're on, but when you guys are off, you're off. And so
Yeah.
I feel like preseason is not a good thing to look at for Steelers fans because Steelers, I mean, sometimes you're on, next time you're off. Those Falcons fans, they're the most unpredictable team in the NFL, bro. So, like, oh my God, that's like I told Falcons fan, y'all got a second job rooting for them, man. That's a stressful job right there. Like, oh my gosh, like. I ain't gonna
Nah,
hold you. I'm not a Falcons fan, but I almost shed a tear when y'all lost that Super Bowl, bro. I was like,
man,
wow.
Yeah, we should have
like,
won that.
out preseason. Um, is real. I think that for the starters and stuff, if they even play, it is more like a scrimmage. But it's mainly for those guys that are fighting for roster spots, trying to get on the team. That's
Yeah.
their game. I mean, it's just unfortunately not as entertaining to watch as the starters playing, obviously. But yeah, but when I watched the Falcons preseason game, I think that was last Friday against the Bengals. Our starters played the first drive. I will say it looked very, very exciting. Hopefully they didn't get my hopes up too high, man. I was very impressed by what I saw.
All right. Kid Vicious. So, what are your predictions for the Green Bay Packers this season?
Jordan Love. I will break down if he doesn't win us some games
Hang
because
on, let me get a
last
pen
year,
and paper.
last year. Oh, hold up. Oh yeah, I got our thing pulled up. Hold up. I'll go through it like you did, barbecue. All right, let me see.
Do you got a pen and paper, or do you need me to?
I need you to do it.
All right.
All right. So Packers Bears, we all know that's going to be a close win for us. That's how it is every year. But like I said, I don't know about Jordan Love enough about Jordan Love to know if he can, traditionally bring in that win that we get every year. The Falcons it's gonna be a. I feel like that game's gonna be closer than what I think. It's not gonna be a total stump out. I see that L, Phil, but I don't think with your quarterback situation, I don't think that's gonna be a total stump out. The Saints,
You,
I
you
feel
said
like
Falcons was win or loss.
I feel like the Falcons is gonna. I say that's a loss. I don't think it's gonna be a total stump out.
There you go.
But the Saints, I say that's a. No, they're weak. I'll throw our hat in the into that one and go with Packers winning over the Saints, a close game. I'll say that close, and then these Lions. Oh yeah, I'm saying we're gonna win that one too.
That's a
We
lie, but
got beef.
okay.
We got beef with that one. So I feel like we're gonna put a lot of effort into that game.
I
The Raiders,
mean,
that's the the
if we
Raiders,
had our other guest on, he would highly disagree with you, but
and then the Packers versus the Raiders. That game, oh, that's gonna be an easy one.
Raiders
And
are easy.
I hope we smack Devontae Adams in his mouth for leaving, like for real. Like every time he goes down the field, I hope we just smack him like every time, like every single time. Broncos, oh, that's a win. Vikings, that's a loss.
But you're at two or three. That's your third loss for Vikings
No,
or second.
yeah, that's my third loss. That's my third loss. It's 2-3 right now. And then for the Rams, Packers, I feel like the Packers are gonna win that. I feel like the Rams are a weak team. I don't feel like they're strong. And then Packers, Steelers, that's gonna be a win, of course, but it's gonna be a close one. Chargers, I don't know too much about the Chargers, but I'm gonna say that's gonna be a win as well. And then the Lions are gonna beat us in that second game. And then the Chiefs, Packers. Oh yeah, we're gonna come in there. I'm confident Jordan Love came back in that game that we lost to them, that he played against them. So I have a confidence that we're gonna win that one close. I know that's probably a bold one, but I feel like we're gonna. I feel like if he kept it close that time, and it's the same roster, keep in mind, with a few changes, so we could give them a run for their money. The Giants, we're gonna beat them, of course. Anybody can beat the Giants. They're just like crap. They're worse than the Browns to me. Buccaneers, oh, they're weak as crap. We're gonna beat them too. Oh, let me decline. Hold up. Uh, the Buccaneers, we're gonna definitely beat them. Packers, Panthers, that's an easy win as well. Vikings, Packers, I'm gonna say we're gonna win. We're gonna win that one. And then the last game that we have a season, we're gonna beat the Bears. Beat the Bears, and yeah. So what does that give us?
You're calling me delusional.
What does that give us?
(14-4).
Wow.
Hey,
You're calling me delusional. Hold on.
hold on. Hey,
There's no way the Packers are going 14-4.
hey, I'm about to defend that. Even though that's not the record I wanted, I'm about to defend that all the way. You know why I'm going to defend that? Because the Packers have had the best record in the NFL's besides last year. We've always had the best regular season record. Thank you. Besides last year, when Aaron Rodgers basically quit on us. So yeah, I'm gonna stand by that one. I'm gonna stand by 14-4, bro. And like, yeah, I feel like if the Falcons their props, man. I said y'all was gonna win that, but it's gonna be a close one. But I'm gonna stand by 14-4. Exactly. We always have the best record besides last year in the regular season. I'm standing by that one. Yep, I'm standing by that claim.
14-4. You know that's insane.
No,
You're not even
no.
you trying to laugh it off. You know that's not 14-4. I go.
I'm standing by that one.
You're
I'm
not beating.
standing by that.
So you need to add a loss there.
Beating who?
Uh,
You're not
At a
beating
loss
who?
to where?
you said they're going. You said you're going to sweep the Bears. You're not going to sweep the Bears this year.
We're gonna sweep the Bears. We're gonna sweep the Bears, bro.
And then you say you're beating the Chiefs. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Love had an excellent performance against the Chiefs. Well, that first, no, he had a good second half against the Chiefs.
Again, what was
And
that, preseason?
no, that was regular season. That was at the Chiefs' height of coming off that first Super Bowl win. So yeah,
I don't know.
he he
I,
showed
I'll give you this. If they lose to the Lions home opener, I'll probably agree with you on that one. I might agree with you on that one. Because they did win the Super Bowl last year, and Super Bowl winners don't like always do terrible next year.
You know how I feel about the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. I feel like they're overhyped. They're overrated in my eyes, bro. They're not. They're not. They're not all that to me.
that Chiefs and Lions game is interesting to me because the Lions are getting a whole lot of hype for like the first time in years coming into
Yeah.
this season. And a lot of times, usually, like the Super Bowl team, that first game of the season, they end up losing. But because the Lions are also getting all that hype, I either think that the Chiefs are going to get upset or the Lions are going to get blown out the water and set back to reality. So I think it's either one of those. I don't think it's going to be like a good game, though. I think it's just going to be either just an upset or just a wipeout.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
don't
like the
know.
Lions are at the point of where they're almost to a checkmate. Last year, they showed that they lost close games last year. If you look at most of their games, they were mostly close losses. But I feel like the Lions just got to find that missing piece and checkmate, and they're gonna have a perfect season. But I don't think it's gonna be this season though. Especially going against my boys, the Packers. We have a beef to settle with them. They got us 0-2 last year. We're gonna get them. I'll be realistic on this one. I'll say 1-2. I'll say 1-1. My bad. Yeah, 1-1. I'll be realistic on that. But the Bears one, oh no, the Bears. Ew. Ew. The
I mean,
Bears are.
I will agree with you on that one. The Bears one is kind of a stretch. I feel like that game will be close though.
Of course, they're always close games, but I feel like we go 2-0 against the Bears
I
this
mean,
year.
they do have a full chance to try out Claypool. Claypool is a good receiver. Claypool is definitely an underrated receiver. Even with the Steelers, he was highly underrated.
I feel like who's even their quarterback?
I
Who's
don't
the Bears
I don't
quarterback?
know. I
Fields.
who?
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, that's right.
I want him to
So
win. I want him to win against somebody else, but not us. We're gonna have to show that young buck what's up, bro.
Those wins you had against the Bears was with Aaron Rodgers, and he
Oh,
used to up
bro,
things. Them. I mean, it's a new. I want Jordan Love to succeed. I just don't think they're going to beat the Bears
bro,
twice.
bro. I'm telling you this. It's a tradition to beat the Bears closely. They need to tell him that. I'm telling him right now. It's a tradition to beat the Bears. We don't lose to the Bears. We beat them.
yeah, I
And
bet
so
Jordan Love's definitely watching our podcast right now.
I don't give a
Like,
crap if he's watching the podcast. That's a gimme that game for us. That's always is one. And if we still had Aaron Rodgers and had the had that talent still and got some more, I'll say that's a gimme that win from the Falcons as well. But I feel like the Packers and Falcons are on the same playing field right now. I don't think one team is better than the other right now. I feel like
You
they're
remember
equal.
last we played the Packers, or y'all played us?
I remember the last time you played us. It was getting to the Super Bowl, I believe. That was the last time. You know,
I
you
still it was. I think it was like 2-3 years ago on Monday Night Football, and y'all blew us out by like 30 or something. It was terrible. That was the last Monday Night Football game they gave us. They said we were done after that.
you guys have been done since you didn't bring Michael Vick back. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's how far I'll go back, bro. Y'all guys have been done since y'all didn't bring back Michael Vick. Cause Matt Ryan was not it. And y'all kept him because y'all owed him money. That's all I gotta say on that.
No, all right, with Matt Ryan, like of course being a Falcons fan, when he was on my team, like I wasn't a fan of him. But like if you be real, Matt Ryan was never a bad quarterback. Now I do think a lot of his numbers, you can't look into his numbers because he's like 10th all time in passing and like touchdowns, all that. His numbers are better than what he was, but he was never a bad quarterback though, in my opinion. But
Matt Ryan is a C plus quarterback in my book.
you said C plus or B plus?
C plus quarterback in my book.
I,
He's like he's like a Philip Rivers. That's how I view Philip Rivers as a C plus quarterback. Him and Matt Ryan are what I view.
But
I,
And
Philip Rivers, he wasn't bad though.
I feel like they're mid to me. They're two mid quarterbacks to me. They're not trash. They're not good, but they're in the middle. They're in the middle to me. And
Where
I
do you
feel
have
like you said what?
where do you have Eli Manning?
Eli Manning, I have him at I'll say he was a B plus quarterback
Really?
in my eyes. He's not better than Peyton. He may have more rings than Peyton, but I feel like he had a good team around him. Peyton never really had that around him. So I feel
He,
like
he
he's a B plus quarterback. I
he's
wouldn't
one,
give him a
he's like a D minus to me. I mean, he like led the league in interceptions multiple times. He just somehow won 2 Super Bowls. I don't know how he did that. He
he had a
somehow won.
team. He had a team. He had a team for those two Super Bowls. I mean, he really did. And like I feel like Eli is a B level B plus, you know? If you're comparing him to his brother, I feel like his brother you can't look at paper on that one cuz I feel like Peyton is a better player, but on paper Eli's the better player.
I think Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers clear Eli Manning.
Oh,
I think they clear.
God, this is family friendly. I had to hold that one. Are you serious?
They
Eli
clear.
is better, 10 times better than Matt Ryan and Philip Rivers, especially Philip Rivers. Like Matt Ryan is not Eli. Eli in his prime was a dog, man. Compared to Matt Ryan, oh my God, 2016 is Matt Ryan's best year, and like no. I mean, once Odell left, that's when that team kind of started to fall apart, and Eli wasn't that good anymore. But he's better than Matt Ryan, and Phillip Rivers. Oh my God, no.
Nah,
I do agree. Matt Ryan was overhated.
yeah,
He was way overhated for what he actually was.
no, no.
But what was I about to say? I feel like as far as oh, we forgot to talk about this game when you were talking about your Falcons. The Falcons Saints game. Who's winning that?
Um, I think we win at home and we lose in New Orleans.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I feel like it's a split this year, just because both
Yeah.
teams are not what they were once were. If they were at where they once were, especially the Saints, I feel like they would sweep y'all. But they're not there no more.
Well, see, I feel the Falcons are on the come up though. We're rising up, if you will. Where the Saints are, to me, Derek Carr is just keeping them stagnant. Like they're supposed to be entering the rebuild. They just got Derek Carr to kind of like see if we can salvage this thing, but they're still living off of 2018 to me. Right, that year that they lost to the Rams in the conference championship, they're still living off of that, and they're trying to keep that same core together, but they just need to give it up and rebuild.
Derek Carr is old too.
Derek Carr has been a mediocre quarterback his whole career. He sucks. But I don't think he's that mediocre to where he would lose to the Falcons. I'll say he'll lose once, but not twice.
Yeah,
I'll I'll, I'll say it's a split. He's good enough to split the series, in my opinion. All right, get us back on topic, barbecue.
I think we pretty much were on topic the whole time.
Oh, okay. We usually
Um,
go off topic. That's why I said that.
Saints. Yeah. Plus, you guys with that Saints game where you're away, I think. Yeah, you guys are also coming off the road, like two away games in a row. That can't be good.
who do we
That
play before the Saints?
you play the Bears in Chicago.
We should win that though.
That's a pickup game.
Yeah,
You forgot it. You forgot it. You forgot to talk about your boy Pitts.
that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, you
Uh,
forgot to talk about him.
I may go on a little rant about him. I'll try to keep it short though. This is with Kyle Pitts. This is his last chance for me. Um, I don't know if y'all remember before the draft, they were hyping him up like best prospect ever. He's 6'6", 240, runs this time, all that. I knew something was up when he got drafted to the Falcons. They just stopped talking about him, and I was like, "What's going on?" But his rookie season was good. He had 1,000 yards with washed up Matt Ryan. I mean, it was good. Last season he had Marcus Mariota playing pretty much the whole season. I mean, that's not the best situation. And then they had him block a lot more. So I think this is a third year. This is a reset. He still doesn't have the best quarterback, but he should still be able to produce because Drake London, he was able to produce. So Pitts, this like 12, 1,300 yards and 6 to 8 touchdowns. I mean, he needs to be submitted as a top 3 tight end at worst this season, to me. Or if not, we may have to look at seeing what we could get for him in a trade. Because I mean, it's not cutting it here.
Pitts is supposed to be your Tony Gonzalez, your younger Tony Gonzalez. I feel like that's his. I feel like that's more. I feel like that's his role for the Falcons, is to kind of be what Tony Gonzalez was when he played for the Falcons. I feel like that's what Pitts is role is supposed to be.
But the only reason why I'll disagree is because Pitts, I know you hear this a lot now with all tight ends, but he really isn't your typical tight end. Like, I'm
Yeah.
when Pitts was at Florida, he destroyed us. Like I saw he lines up on the outside in the slot at H back. He'll like all over the place. He in college he like didn't even line up at tight end like a whole lot. He's more of an offensive weapon. I want to see us use him more outside more and things like that. So rather than a Tony Gonzalez replacement, this is it's a huge stretch. But I always thought of him as the Julio replacement.
Oh my God. Don't you dare. Oh my God.
Julio left. When Julio left, that's when we drafted Kyle Pitts.
Oh God. I
Julio's
feel
gone.
like I'll say that was your guys' intention too. That was the intention of making that draft, but he's not gonna be a Julio though. He gets guarded like a Julio though. I'll say that. I can see some similarities, but as far as Julio and his prime before the ankle, oh no, that's an animal. He's a Bama alumni, Julio. That's why he was so good. He came from my favorite school. Bama.
Sure.
Yeah,
See,
man.
I don't like teams that don't make sense. Like what I respect about our man Barbecue here. He said his family's from Pittsburgh. He's a Pittsburgh fan. That makes sense. Like I like that. But like how does your teams make sense? Like you're
Okay, I'll say this. I'll say this. I got into college football from my great uncle. He was an Alabama fan. That's who he rooted for. So when I got into college football, okay, that's who I'm hopping with. I don't
okay.
know any of these other teams. That's why. And then the Packers one, you guys can call me a bandwagon all day for that one. That was the first team I seen win the Super Bowl, so that's who I rolled with ever since. So yeah,
See, I'm Atlanta everything. Braves,
that's the
Hawks,
only that's the only
Green.
team I go for. That's the only team I go for is the Braves. That's it. That's because when I was little, I said I'm gonna play for the Braves. I'm gonna be a professional baseball player. Obviously, that didn't work out. But yeah, so like I'm a true Braves fan. I'm not a bandwagon fan when it comes to Braves, but I'm a true fan of the Braves. And you're lucky we're not talking about basketball field because I'll go back and forth about those Hawks, man.
Yeah,
I'll go back
with
and forth about that team.
with football, obviously I had to choose Steelers. I grew up Steelers, everything Steelers. But I also grew up in Atlanta, in Georgia. So obviously I'm obligated to be a Georgia sports fan.
Oh
Falcons
yeah,
second favorite. Braves, grew up going to Braves games.
me too.
I'm not really much of a basketball guy, but if I were, Hawks, Thrashers when they were a team, RIP.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully they come back.
I hope so. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
But but yeah, I mean, for me, that's how I picked my teams. The Braves, I've been down with them for a long time since Freddie Freeman when he was at his peak.
Oh, Freddie. I miss Freddie.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking. That was so heartbreaking to see him in that other uniform. I was like, oh my god, I didn't watch this game. I'm like, oh my god. At least we cheered him on though. Like we didn't boo him, so we showed him respect when he came back. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
so one topic we did miss was games we have been playing.
Oh, okay. Games I've been playing is Fortnite, and I already said why I was playing Fortnite, and plus, I missed the payment on my Game Pass, but we're not gonna speak about that, bro. That's why I haven't been playing anything else. But yeah, but speaking of games, I'm about to get back on Madden 24 when it comes. Well, it's already out. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. I might buy it tonight. So if you plan on staying up later on tonight, I might go ahead and get in that.
I don't have 24. I have 23.
Oh, well, yeah, 24 is out. I believe it's out. Isn't it now? Yeah, I think it's
It
out.
just came out like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, so get 24. When you get 24,
I
let me
don't know.
know
I
so I
gotta
can go
save
and buy it.
money. Honestly, I really do. So I don't
All
know if
right,
I'm getting 24 soon.
I'll do you one better. I'll go ahead and get my Game Pass when I get paid, not next week, but the week after I get my Game Pass back, and I'll go ahead and whoop you Madden 23. We can go ahead
It's
and
not
settle
gonna
that.
happen, but okay.
And then Phil, if you're a 2K player, when 2K24 comes out and cross plays out, go ahead and get ready for the war because I'm already gearing up for the Xbox versus PlayStation war and that. I'm gearing up. I'm ready. I'm ready for war. You said what?
You on Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Okay, yeah,
So
PlayStation.
So when we cross over, they already said we're about to come out here and whoop you. We're gonna come out here and whoop you. We throwing back shots right now, but when it comes out, we're gonna prove that we're gonna mop the floor with PlayStation. We're not gonna win every battle, but we're gonna mop the floor with you guys. And
Okay.
then and then another game I want to play is a game I've been playing. I have been playing is UFC, of course. I don't know if you guys play. I know you don't play UFC barbecue, but if you play that, Phil, whenever they do a crossplay, I'll whoop you then. Because UFC 5 is supposed to come out, I'll whoop you in that. And then, I feel what other games I've been playing. I've been playing 2K. I already talked about that. I like the eras. I hope they keep the eras in 2K. Speaking of that, I like playing in the different eras. I felt like I wasn't prepared to play in the Jordan era. I feel like I was not I couldn't win games in that era because I felt like the rules and stuff. I'm used to them calling fouls on certain stuff that they weren't calling fouls on, so I couldn't really do nothing with that. 2000 era, Allen Iverson era, I was able to win games in that era because like it's kind of similar to today's era, so I was able to kind of pull off wins there. But and then Fortnite. Oh, I've gotten better. Barbecue doesn't believe I got better, but I've gotten better. I like, bro. I'm a dog on that game now. Like barbecue, I can literally contribute to kills now. Like I really can. Like my average kill per game has gone up, bro. It's going like to my highest game of kills has gone up to like 6. Last time I played with you, it was probably like 4 or 3.
The
But
last
it's
time
going
you
up.
played with me before my break, it was 0.
Bro, I was getting kills every now and then in games. I'll say that, but now I'm consistently getting at least 4 kills a game. And yeah, but yeah, those are the games I've been playing. And then of course I want to play that Mortal Kombat 1. That looks pretty good. I want to play that. All right, who's next?
Yeah. So yeah, I got mad a couple of days. So I've been on that heavy. Of course, 2K can't wait for the new one to come out. I'm waiting for the My Career trailer to drop before I pre-order it, because I'm going to pre-order the Legend Edition so I can go ahead and get the VC because I'm going to buy that either way. So I might as well just pre-order the Legend Edition, get it. Other than sports games, though, I've been playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Are y'all into Dragon Ball Z? Y'all know
I
that?
personally am not.
I haven't
No.
played Dragon Ball Z in a long time, but I have tried to get back to playing it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm gonna get back to playing that definitely.
Yeah, so I've been playing that. It's like the first actual like open world Dragon Ball Z game, so that's really cool. I've been playing Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood. I love Assassin's Creed, so I've been playing that. Gotham Knights and still Spider-Man here and there. I can't wait for the new one to come out in
Oh,
October.
I'm excited for that. I still need to play Miles.
Yeah, I
Really?
haven't played that yet.
Yeah, I have it on my PC. I just haven't had time to open it yet and play
Yeah.
it.
I can't play it because you guys, Sony's over here being a pain in the butt, exclusively doing it with PlayStation. So yeah, I
That's
feel like that war needs to go ahead and end so we can just have games cross play on every game,
yeah.
especially multiplayer games. I feel like that war needs to end so we can have that.
I feel like Spider-Man should be a multiplayer game. That would be so fun in multiplayer.
Yeah, that would be. Would you be Peter or Miles?
I I don't know. That's hard. I haven't played Miles, so I'll probably be Peter just because I know what to expect.
Right. Yeah, Miles, he definitely has like the coolest powers and abilities, but I always grew up on the OG Peter, so I'll
Yeah.
be him. But yeah. Sorry
Also,
that
oh,
X-Bum experienced that.
yeah. Um, also, Andrew Garfield is the most powerful Spider-Man.
Get this
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's right there. That's
yeah.
I had to
disgrace
throw that in.
of a Spider-Man. He's a disgrace.
Wait,
He's a
what?
he's a disgrace.
I,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you how that goes. In my opinion, Andrew is the best spot. Like when it comes to being Spider-Man, he's the funny. He's actually funny. The way he swings and maneuvers is actually like how you would imagine Spider-Man. And then, in my opinion, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 live action suit is the best Spider-Man live action suit we've had. Um, Tom Holland to me is the best Peter because he kind of like he actually looks young. He looks like he's in
Yeah.
high school. And then he actually shows like his kind of geeky side. He's building Lego sets. You know, you see his life and like he's just the best Peter to me. His voice is the most Peter to me. And then Tobey Maguire, he's just the OG. I mean, I would say his movies are the best, but I even as a kid, like I can never get into his Spider-Man. Like the suit is cool and everything, but he was always just lame to me as Spider-Man. It's like his jokes were never really funny. He always looked a little chubby in the suit. Like, I don't know. But that's in my opinion how it goes.
My opinion is first Andrew Garfield. I mean,
Trash.
if we would have given him a third movie, that movie would have been amazing. With the rhino and everything. They even set it up.
Right.
But so first Andrew. I'm gonna go Toby second just because I feel like Tom his Spider-Man relies on Iron Man too much and
Yes.
other people to carry the movie.
Yes.
That's just like I don't like that. I like the standalone, just Spider-Man, not Spider-Man and Iron Man, not Spider-Man and whatever Captain Marvel. Just Spider-Man. Just give me Spider-Man. Like
And all his movies just aren't good to me. Like even with No Way Home, like if you take away the greatest crossover in cinematic history, take that away and just itself, the movie is mid to me. Like
yeah. I mean,
Bro.
other than the other Spider-Man coming in and probably Aunt May's death, those were the two biggest parts in my opinion, and everything else is just filler. Feels like.
Okay. Let me set this straight. All right. Let me set this straight. First of all, Phil, you're not gonna disrespect the OG like that, bro. That man is what put you on to Spider-Man, man. Come on now. That's who put you on. And then Andrew Garfield, he was carried by his villains. I feel like in the Amazing Spider-Man,
What?
the villain carried that movie. They even joked. They even had a joke with them all three in that one movie, bro. That his villains carried it, bro.
his villains were kind of the downfall of his movies. If you want to be real, Lizard was okay. Electro being blue, and then the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
The Green Goblin guy was just creepy in my opinion. I was scared of him.
Andrew Garfield is not even a good actor to me, bro.
What?
I wasn't convinced.
What? Oh my.
I don't know.
Andrew Garfield is not a good actor. Okay.
He's a horrible actor. Tom Holland is versatile. You've seen him in Uncharted, bro. Come on now. And then what else has Tom Holland been in? I don't know what else he's been in, but Tom Holland's a good actor to me. You know, he's a likable guy. You know, I mean, but if you say, but we're talking about Spider-Man, so let me get back to that. It's gonna be, of course, the OG, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield.
No.
Tom Holland is number 2.
You can't tell me Tom Holland is better than Andrew because you don't get to really see Tom Holland.
He was
You
more
get
likable. You
I'm
can't say
Iron Man was better than
no,
Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
no, because Tom Holland has. There's a whole storyline. There is a storyline going on with other movies. It ties into other movies that
Yeah, and
way.
those other movies carry his
And
movies.
then the OG, I mean
Oh
OG
my
Spider-Man,
god.
his was a
I will give
standalone.
you
Standalone.
props. I will give you props.
Standalone there.
OG. That's why I put OG in second. Because I loved how they put in the natural webs. Like he doesn't need a shooter. I love that. And OG, he was amazing to 7-year-old me or however old I was. I love that one. But you cannot tell me like Andrew's all like he's objectively the most powerful. Objectively.
No,
Yeah, and like
they
I
both
say,
they both had technology though, and I feel like Tom Holland's technology was way better than Andrew's. It was
man,
way the two could do so much more.
like Tom Holland never felt like Spider Man to me. He
Mm-hmm.
was always Iron Man Jr. And it's like I don't want that. I want
Exactly.
Spider. Where like the organic webs from Toby, I'm gonna be real, like I'm real big on it now, but when I was younger, I didn't know much about the comics. So I always just thought he had organic webbing. So when I grew up and stuff and found out he had web shooters, I'm like, what's that? Because I grew up with the organic webbing. Looking back at it now, I mean, it's okay. But yeah, I mean, it's just the way I break it down is the best Spider-Man to me is Andrew. The best Peter to me is Tom, and then the best movies belong to Toby. That I, if I had to rank them, I mean, just overall, I mean, I probably would put Toby first, just because he is the original. His movies are the best,
That makes
and,
sense.
and he laid down the blueprint for
That
everything.
that 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 makes sense. I can get with
Well,
that.
I'll say this. I'll say this. His movies were more of an origin story. But then again, Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield are playing Spider-Man in a different universe. They're not in the same universe. So, of course, it's not going to be them getting bit. But didn't Miles get bit? Miles got bit, didn't he?
In the game or
In the movie, he did.
In
I
the movie.
think I didn't watch the full movie. I
I
watched
think
parts of
I
it,
never
but
watched the movie, but I believe he did get bit,
I
though.
think he did.
But yeah,
Miles Miles was in the movie.
when he
Yeah,
got bit,
the Into the Spider Verse.
yeah, that
Oh,
one.
I thought okay. I thought y'all
Yeah,
talking about live action. Okay, yeah, Into the Spider.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
he got
live,
a
as
bit.
far as live action goes, they're in different universes, so they're not gonna have them getting bit to become
Actually,
Batman.
they are coming out with a TV show for Tom Holland that show his origin story.
Okay, that makes
So
sense.
they all get bit at
Now,
some point.
now, now, you guys know I gotta add this to it. Tom Holland has the baddest Aunt May, bro. There's no the
Well,
other actors are not.
obviously, obviously.
That's the baddest Aunt May.
I mean, that's an obvious. Like she's like what in her 20s. The other ones were like in their
No,
80s and
no,
70s.
she's like in her 40s. That's a stretch. Aunt May and this is like in her 40s.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
Tom
Like,
as like if y'all like are familiar. Now I'm showing like my nerd side for real, but like with the comic, like the Ultimate Universe, that's kind of like what Tom is. He has the young Aunt May. The Miles is in that universe with the Prowler and stuff. Toby is like the traditional, your amazing fantasy comics, your traditional Spider-Man with the old Aunt May, Uncle Ben, all that. I know what I love about Andrew though. You were mentioning them in different universes. I love how his is so different because he's the only one that had a real relationship with Gwen. But like Toby's universe, Gwen, he just saved her one time in Spider-Man 3. That was it. He didn't have a Harry or a Ned during high school. And then he wasn't necessarily like nerdy or geeky either. He was just different. He was a skateboarder. He was just kind of just like an outcast that way. And then he was the only Peter that saw what happened to his parents. Or like, there's actually a backstory with his parents. So I just think it makes sense for his universe to kind of be a little darker and things like that. That's why I love his. his interpretation.
I think that's why I don't like Andrew Garfield. His Spider-Man is not traditional story. It's not the traditional story. I think when it comes to certain stuff, I'm very traditional. So it's not traditional enough. So I think that is probably why I don't like Andrew Garfield.
But you like Tom though. Tom
Tom
is
Holland is, bro. Like I can relate to Tom, bro. I wasn't a super nerd in high school, but I can relate to him more as his Peter. And then I feel like he was a good Spider-Man. Sure, he always needed help to fight, but I feel like he was just. I feel like you can't put him in third because his Spider-Man movies have tie-in with the current storyline. Andrew Garfield's doesn't is like a alternative storyline, so to speak. And
I
then
feel like Tom's more about gadgets than anything. Also, like the other ones, like they like also CGI too. Like Tom's movies are carried by CGI. Like you go back. When was the first original Spider-Man? 2003?
two.
Two?
I think it was, yeah.
2002. There wasn't CGI looked like crap back then. And even in like when did Amazing come out? 2015? 2012?
First one.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, 12.
12. Even then, I mean, CGI was getting there, but it still wasn't where it is today, where Tom's is carried by CGI. Also, like it's like at the end of No Way Home, that whole thing was CGI. Like you can't beat the original, too.
Right. The other guys actually had to put on a costume.
Yeah,
Some of the stuff. We're not saying that Tom doesn't at all, but most of his stuff, he's in like the black CGI stuff. So it's not like real to say. But what I will say, I am looking forward to his new trilogy that he's having because it
yeah,
does kind of seem like he's about to become the original, like where we're used to.
yeah. I am excited for what his future. Also, like he also like when we say these certain like these Spider-Man are like we rank them higher. We're not saying the other actors are terrible. We're just saying this Spider-Man. All three actors are amazing. I love
Right.
all three of them. Just like a little off topic, just like with Rey and her story in Star Wars, like I don't think her as an actor is terrible in any way. I'm sure she's an amazing actor. It's just the writing. You see her
Yeah.
through the writing. And I think a lot of people forget about that.
Yeah.
but the only thing I can say is this: the other might wanted to save their MJs. Andrew didn't save his, so
Well,
that's
you also
that's my
gotta
thing.
think he couldn't really.
That's
I don't
still a big
see
deal.
a way he could, because if any part of him like her that he would grab onto, like if he grabbed onto her arm would have fallen off and she would have splat. So either way he couldn't. And in the comics I think she dies too. So
Right.
she's not MJ. She like Gwen isn't MJ. Gwen is a totally different character. She's supposed to die.
Yeah. And then Tom didn't save his MJ either. My boy Andrew had to come through and do it. So he made
He had to redeem himself. I'll say that. He redeemed himself by doing that. And then plus, it doesn't matter. She forgets about him anyways. So if she died, she died.
Tom didn't even come close though. He got like he didn't get a web off or anything. Andrew had to just come through.
Bro,
Yeah.
he redeemed himself. That was what that was about.
I mean, Tom didn't save Aunt May either.
Yeah.
Well, May is kind of like a side character. So, I mean,
Nah,
Eh,
Tom has to do stuff on his own. He can't pull through.
yeah, I mean, He couldn't save Iron Man. He couldn't. If you want to talk about saving, he couldn't save any of his side characters. If you think about it,
He saved the what's that guy? The fat guy. Didn't he have to save him one time?
I honestly cannot remember. But if he did, it was probably close. Like,
And I'll give you guys this. Tom Holland had a lot of support in all of his movies. He's had a lot of support, and like Tom Holland had the most support in his movies, but it also ties into the storyline. The first Spider-Man has nothing to do with the Marvel universe. It's
because
just
okay. First of all,
and then
you don't understand Spider-Man wasn't even a part of Marvel whenever the first one came out. They only just recently had a deal. Sony is originally Marvel sold the rights to Sony for live action Spider-Man. So he wasn't even allowed to be a part of the MCU in any way because of contracts.
okay, barbecue. You know,
Up until recently, they came up with a deal to where Spider-Man can be with the MCU. That's why the original are in the newest one.
okay. I'm gonna come back to this topic, but this boy Shane sent up here dissing me in the comments. You know I can't let that fly. You know I cannot let that fly. You Colts fan. Oh my god. That's a trash team. So this man's back with bad takes. LOL. Okay. See, this is why we needed Shane first, bro, because I just wanted to go in on him, bro. But anyways, Shane, I've been I don't know how long you've been in the chat, but I've been very reasonable this episode, bro. I have not been unreasonable.
The Packers going what? What did he say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 1, 2, 14 and 4 or 15 and 4, one of the two.
Yeah,
That's not reasonable.
I stand by that,
That's not reasonable.
and I stand by that. But let's get back to the own subject, bro. Yeah, I'll give you that he wasn't a part of it originally. But if we're talking about the storyline, it's between Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield is an alternative storyline. The main storyline is Tom Holland.
I don't think
That's
he's alternative.
over
Just
Andrew
think
Garfield.
I just think they're each their own universe. Like,
Yeah.
each one is alternative to the other one. They're just each their own thing.
Yeah, there are three separate universes. This is what I had to explain with my dad. There are three separate universes. That's why there's three separate actors, three different sets of movies. That's what they're bringing together now with the whole multiverse and stuff. They're bringing all of them together into one.
Which
I feel like when they bring them into one, we're gonna show you who the best. It's gonna show us the best Spider-Man. It's gonna show that's Tom Holland, not Andrew. Andrew is like a good. Let's take it to basketball.
Tom Holland is not good.
It's a Tony Parker and Andrew Garfield is a Ginobili. That's what he is.
The objectively, the Tom Holland movies were carried by not only different superheroes but different newer CGI. That's it. That's the only reason why they're popular. That's the only reason why the first how many Tom Holland, like 2, 3? There's 3 Tom Holland ones. The first 2 were carried by Iron Man, even from the grave. From the grave, Iron Man carried. And the third one was carried by the other Spider-Man joining in.
No.
Shane, this is not a bad take. I'm being.
You know how I feel about Iron Man. You know how I feel about that fake superhero. He's a.
You like Captain America?
That is a real superhero.
The literal man that throws a frisbee.
He said, "I will be your guinea pig. I'll be your guinea pig. You can shoot all that stuff into me. Let's go. He's
The
not
man
a
throws a
superhero.
frisbee.
But look how he became a superhero. He legit is a superhero. Without Iron Man's technology, Iron Man is not a superhero.
The
He's
thing
not a superhero.
that I
Same
love.
thing with Batman. If you like Batman, I'll say the same
Ooh,
thing. A spoiled rich guy with a bunch of toys. That's it. Without that, without
see,
Alfred, Batman wouldn't even be who
Okay,
Batman is.
hold
Without
on.
Alfred, he
Hold
wouldn't be
on.
who
Hold on. So you're telling me Tony Stark, the man who survived in a literal explosion, who literally died to save the Earth, is Marvel's Batman?
He is. That's the closest comparison. They're both rich guys with a bunch of gadgets.
They also both worked really hard to get to where they are,
Oh,
and
give me
incredibly
give me
talented.
a break. Give me a break. Batman
What?
was giving all that. Wayne Enterprises is the most corrupt company in all the DC universe. He was giving
Without Iron Man, there wouldn't be an Avengers team. He's the leader. He funded them.
bro, he's just a rich exactly. He just threw money at them.
Yeah,
Iron
and
Man
they're
is a superhero with a special suit. A special suit, not soup. Oh my gosh. No super suit like the guys from Black Panther said, bro. No super suit, no
what do
powers.
you call the Iron Man suit?
That is all Iron Man
What do
has.
you call the Iron Man suit?
Just a rich man. He is just a rich man. Without the suit, he is just a very wealthy man. That is all.
look,
He is not a
I,
real superhero. But I will say Tom Holland was too dependent on him like a lost puppy. But Tom Holland's was more of a teenager, like you said. Actually, Barbecue and Tom Holland kind of look alike. Anyways,
What?
that's your look-alike for this season. Last year I said it was Eli. Your look-alike this year is Tom Holland, bro.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, Tom Holland, I will say this. He was too like reliant on Iron Man way too much. But you gotta think about it. This dude Tom Holland came about his powers. I don't remember how he came about his powers.
I do not look
But
like Tom Holland, Shane. I do not.
still,
I do not. I'm
he
not
kind of
British. I
does.
don't say bowl
I
of
can
water.
kind of see a resemblance.
What? I, I mean, I wish I was siblings with him.
no, the thing about Iron Man, Batman thing, you must not like realistic superheroes, because like we all know superheroes aren't real, but like the thing that I love about them specifically is that somebody could actually create a suit of that power and have the money to fund it and be able to do it. Like it's realistic. And Batman, let's not get caught. I love Batman. He carries like Batman is his own thing, and then you got the rest of DC to me. But Batman, I mean, he's realistic too. He just has the gadgets and stuff, but he's a highly trained human being. You know, and so if you don't like them, I just don't think you like realistic heroes. To me,
I say this. Batman, like I just said, Batman was carried by Alfred. That's the only reason. You see that in
What?
Gotham. You see that in Gotham that he is because in Gotham he had to train Batman to all that fighting stuff you get that from Alfred. So if it wasn't for Alfred, you don't get Batman as far as a fighter. You just get
supposed
a
to
guy in a suit.
that he can't get trained.
Yeah, you haven't seen Gotham? The show, the TV show Gotham.
I love Gotham. Gotham, that's another topic of its own. Gotham needs a part like. See, I don't want to get too off topic. I can get into that. But Gotham was amazing. But yeah, I mean, he has to have somebody to train him. I mean, he can't just.
I mean, and then Iron Man, don't even let me get started on him. He just has a suit. He was never trained to fight anything. I can get in an Iron Man suit and do my hand like this and shoot out whatever he was shooting out. I mean,
I,
it's not hard.
that's wrong though. So Rhodey had an Iron Man suit too. Is Rhodey the same Iron Man that Tony Stark is?
No.
He. So I mean, it's more to it. You said he's better. Okay.
He's better. You talking about that
What?
black?
Oh, I'm about to end this call. I'm about to end this right now.
He was a military
Oh,
trained. He was militarily trained
Military still couldn't
in
do what Tony
combat,
Playboy that had no fighting experience can do. And
bro.
it is a trained man.
He was a
oh.
class. He was trained in combat when he was in the
You,
military. He was
you did not
he was a
just
great guy.
say, you did not just say
He's better.
War Machine. He wasn't even in, he had like, what, 30 minutes of screen time?
Bro, Iron Man cannot fight. When have we ever seen Iron Man throw hands?
We have
Never.
War
Civil War. That was the whole point of Civil War. That was literally the whole point of Civil War.
Who was on the ground begging for their life? Iron Man against Captain America. Yours
And-
truly, Cap, bro.
soldier, adding that he got jumped. It wasn't a 1v1.
I mean,
Shane, what are you saying?
also, like Shane said, Tom Holland is a literal child. He had a child on his team and still objectively almost won that fight.
Tom Holland, exactly. He's a child. So that's why he's the best Spider-Man. He's the second best Spider-Man. He's a child.
Okay.
He's what Spider-Man's supposed to be, a teenager that's going to high school and a superhero on the side. These other two look like 20-year-old men going to high school, number one. Andrew Garfield looked like a grown man going to high school who's a super senior.
I still can't believe you think War Machine is better than Iron Man.
He is. He can fight.
I can't wrap my head around that. That's like saying the Browns are gonna win the Super Bowl this year. Like, that's so far-fetched. Like, yeah, he has military training, but at the same time, no. They're two completely different power levels. You're gonna give. This podcast is literally bad for my health with these takes.
Bro, take Tony Stark out of that costume or whatever it is, out of the suit. Tony Stark cannot throw hands.
He doesn't need to. He literally has no reason to.
We're talking about who can fight. He can't fight. Tony Stark cannot fight.
Oh, you take them out the suit, which he would never come out the suit while fighting villains. You take them out the suit. Yes, the military trained guy should be a better fighter than Tony Stark. And we're talking about Iron Man as Iron Man and War Machine as War Machine. Iron Man is better, and it's no comparison.
It's literally night and day.
The fighting Iron Man is no. At all. No.
He has no... The thing is, you're talking about outside his suit. He has no reason to be outside. He knows. It's just like saying Captain America is weak without the superhero serum. It's the exact same. Like, there's no reason.
So let's do Tony Rogers without the
when I say Captain America is a real superhero versus Iron Man, so some superhero storylines, they are affected by some chemical that makes them a superhero. Boom, they're a superhero. Iron Man was not affected by any chemical to make him a superhero. Any guy that has like anybody who has a good he's like a super smart guy that went to one of those Ivy League schools for engineering.
That's his role.
Tony Stark is to me.
That's his role. He's in that role because he needs to fund
He's a rich guy in a
he funds the Avengers. That's his role. That's his role. That's one of his roles as the leader. He's objectively the leader in Marvel of the Avengers.
I'm aware of that. You think I just be saying stuff like this for entertainment? Entertainment is half of why I say what I say, but the other half is realistic. I know he built that to save his life, but
Yeah, literally, the arc reactor is the arc reactor powered his whole facility.
All I gotta say is this. I was happy when Iron Man died. Everybody was sad and emotional in the theater. Nope. What was I doing? The only one clapping. The only one. Because he's not a real superhero. And Batman,
Oh my
I mess
gosh.
with Batman because of Gotham. That's it. Because Gotham was my show, bro. Even though that was the darkest show I've ever seen in my life, and it showed too much gore in there, but still, I mess with Batman because of that.
Like I said before, it's you were saying Iron Man can't fight without his suit. It's basically saying this. It's hang on, let me talk. It's basically like saying Steve Rogers can't fight without the super serum, the super soldier serum. It makes no sense. Like, of course, that's obvious. We know he can't fight without his suit. We know Steve Rogers is a stick without his super serum. We know that. That's why he has the suit. That's why Steve Rogers has the serum.
In my opinion, you shouldn't compare the two because Steve Rogers was just supposed to be the gimmick for the military to
Oh my
entertain them
gosh.
during the war. That's literally what he was for. He wasn't
The super serum was to make him stronger, right?
exactly, and he put on show.
Iron Man's suit makes him stronger, right?
It doesn't make him strong. He's just a guy in a suit. Anybody could use the
Oh
suit.
my gosh. No! That's
Team puts on the suit, but he's not the same as Tony Stark. So I mean, it's more than just the suit. I mean, even though the suit is what makes him strong and gives the powers that. I mean, it's more than the suit that makes him great.
It's the computer in the suit. That's it. It's the AI.
what do you think powers his suit? What do you think powers his suit? If you say AA batteries, I'm leaving now.
The computer and an AI.
No! You are literally the dumbest Marvel fan I've ever seen.
No.
His arc reactor, the thing that's keeping him alive, powers the suit.
It's a computer.
It's not a computer.
Then what is it?
It's a power source.
Exactly.
It's not a compute. A compute. Do I literally have to explain basic computing to you?
Bro,
A computer and a power source are two completely different things.
Bro, it's not.
The suit itself is objectively a computer. The arc reactor is not a computer. The arc reactor is a power source.
So basically, you're saying the arc reactor is its Wi-Fi.
What?
In layman's, because that's what Wi-Fi does.
Wi-Fi does. Oh my god!
Right?
Wi-Fi doesn't power stuff. It's basically like saying my monitor. If it okay, let me break this down for you. Okay, so let me break this down for you. Say my monitor. Let's just say my monitor is Iron Man's suit, right? The power cable is like the arc reactor, keeping it alive.
Okay, you're getting too technical, Shane. Oh my god, bro.
Oh my gosh, you do not understand. Just tell me you don't understand Marvel. It's okay.
Bro, Iron Man is not a real superhero. He'll never be a real superhero to me. I'm sorry. He's a rich guy who created technology, and that's what makes him a superhero.
That's the point.
Like, no, when I think of a superhero, I think of this guy who's born with these powers.
Shane, look at Shane's comment. Is Black Widow a real superhero?
She's a trained assassin.
But is she a superhero?
He's a trained military person. Yeah, she's a real superhero. She's more of an anti-hero to me. She's an anti-hero to me. She's like a Deadpool in my opinion. She's like an anti-hero to me. She's not a hero to me. She's an anti-hero.
She is a superhero. Obviously.
Have you seen?
She wears a
Have
costume.
have
She
you seen?
fights bad guys.
Have
She's
you
a
seen?
superhero.
Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't.
Okay, then you can't say
Hawkeye.
you
Is
can't
Hawkeye.
say that.
Thank you, Shay. Is Hawkeye a superhero?
No, he's just a guy
Oh,
that
I'm
okay.
leaving.
Like
Alright, thanks everyone. No.
with which
anybody can be trained to shoot somebody with a bow and arrow. Now, anybody can get that special training. That's just
yeah,
not.
like,
So anybody can be trained in that. Anything you can be trained in, I feel like that. When you think of a superhero, they have abilities that make them stand alone.
No,
Anybody can
that's.
get trained to shoot a bow and arrow. Anybody can.
nah, so
Mm,
I can
And then
understand where you're.
Black Widow is an anti-hero in my opinion because she was a part of a Assassin's Guild or whatever you call that. And anybody can be trained in what she's trained in. So to me, she's more of an anti-hero than a hero. But Iron Man is not a real hero. So
Yeah,
no.
like based off your definition, I mean, I can understand where you're basically just not accepting the fact that they're heroes just because they're not coming from Krypton and the sun gets some powers and stuff. I mean, and that's your but like I personally like when they don't have a crazy story like that. I like how it's more realistic. Cause not saying that all heroes had to be like that, but it's kind of cooler because it just kind of gives you that this could happen in real life type. At least that's how I look at it. So like an Iron Man, like somebody really could build a suit that's smart and do that. I mean, that could really happen. A Batman, that could like really happen. A Hawkeye, a Black Widow, like that could. So like I consider them superheroes, but like if that's your definition, they got to be a superhuman, like that type of thing. If that's what your
That's
superheroes
what
are.
a superhero is. He's a being that is not natural. He's human, but he's not a natural human. He has some chemicals or something happened to him for him to be like that. Nothing happened to Tony Stark except his parents got killed. That's it.
nothing
And he's
happened.
smart.
So
That's
he
all.
didn't get blown up. He didn't have an arc reactor in his chest that powers
Bro,
his suit and basically keeps him alive.
that was the first superhero movie I've ever watched. I know Iron Man's story. I know his story. I mean, he's just not like Phil says, my definition of a superhero is not Iron Man.
Then
It's
you
not.
don't know what a superhero is.
Because bro, like no. Iron Man, it's just no.
Well, I mean, then I think
And then another thing, Iron Man didn't even wasn't even supposed to be a superhero. He was creating weapons for the government. He was basically a weapons build. I know it's not called a weapons builder, but he was basically somebody creating technology for the government. I mean, because the Avengers were a branch of the government, but they're not anymore.
I think it's because you're not superhuman or don't have special abilities. I don't think that doesn't make you a superhero. I think that's the thing. I think like all the people you're saying that aren't superheroes to you just aren't superhuman. Have a certain type of ability, but that doesn't mean that they're not superheroes. Then, because like if that's the case, a lot of DC they're not superheroes. Then I that's how you look. Like all of Batman's people, they're not superheroes. What Green Arrow? He's not a superhero. I mean, that's a lot of people you're.
I mean, I'm gonna say this about DC. DC can go lick a dirty shoe because I Marvel all day, so I don't give a crap about them. They can go lick a shoe for all I care. The only person I care from DC is the Joker. He's the hands down the best villain of all time. Do not give a crap about anyone else.
Well, actually, if we're going by your logic, he's not a villain because he doesn't have superhuman abilities.
Right.
I no, I said he had to fall into chemicals. That's what makes no Joker went crazy. My bad, my bad. You guys are right. He went crazy. That he has
We're just.
he did fall into chemical. He did fall into chemicals at some point.
But he doesn't have superhuman abilities.
But we're talking about superheroes. We're not talking about villains. Cause a bad guy, I mean, the bad guy's supposed to be weak at a disadvantage. They shouldn't be more powerful than the superhero.
I mean, that's objectively right, but I mean,
So, and the Joker, he's the best. Don't let me get started on villains. We're sticking to where we're at. Iron
Yeah,
Man and Batman are just not. I'll say Batman is. I'll give him some leeway. His last movie was garbage. I didn't like that one.
I did. A lot of people liked it. I did not like it.
I haven't
That movie
seen
was
it still.
that movie was too dark for me. You know, it had a goth vibe to it, and I'm not a gothic person. It was too like goth and hard rock or whatever. Like I don't know. That's what kind of vibe it gave me. But I'll say Batman is. I'll give him the stamp of as a real superhero. I will say this because he can fight. He doesn't need all these little gadgets to shoot at people to fight. Iron Man does. So you'll never hear me say Iron Man is a real superhero. I'll never slip up and say he's a real superhero like I have sometimes on certain topics. But this one, I just cannot call Iron Man a superhero. Hey, and barbecue. By the way, our next guest needs to be Shane because Shane is he's kind of rotting his lips in that chat. So I need him
Yeah,
on here.
we need to
I
set
need
something
him
up with
to face
Shane.
to face.
We do need to set something up with Shane. All right, we need to have Philip on again because this conversation is getting good.
Like Phil has to be our returning guest for this year, bro. Like he has to be. I was literally Phil could be a third person. Honestly, I'm sorry. I know it's a two man
I mean,
show,
we
but
could. I
if we
mean,
had a third person.
honestly.
If we had a third person, I would add Phil. If you wanna, we can discuss that if you want to. But
Yeah, we need to discuss it, but I mean, I'm down if Phil is down
I'm down with it too. I'm
every
down with it too.
week.
I just feel
Yeah,
like we shouldn't. I feel like we should kind of substitute out. So, cause can we have four people on here at one time?
I mean, we could. Yeah, we can. I think
Okay, yeah,
I think
yeah. So
four would work better, especially for the screen.
okay, yeah, okay. If we have four people, I mean, if Phil's down with it, I'm down with it. If you're down with it, barbecue, I would love to have him as our third person.
Yeah, I mean,
Cause that,
I'm fine with it as long as it's okay with Phil. Like every once a week.
yeah. Like I said, I don't want to like intervene in what y'all are doing. So I mean, if y'all need to talk about it and stuff, man, I'm definitely down. Even if not like a third person, someone that comes often like that. Like I'm definitely
yeah,
down.
or like a feeling when one of us can't do it. I mean, any aspect, I feel like he would be a good part of the show.
Yeah,
But
he also kind of brings us both down to earth in a way.
yeah, yeah, he gotta put okay. He lets you say what you say, and then when you finish, he's gonna put you where you need to be at. Cause when you're going all the way off, Phil kind of gives you that look like, okay, this man's got that's got a stretch right there, bro.
Yeah,
He tells you that.
Right.
But Shane definitely has to be on our next episode. Shane, you need to clear your schedule because I'm ready.
yeah, Shane.
He has to
Let's
watch
get rid of
the
KP. Let's get rid of
why?
KP and add Phil.
Bro, why do I get so much hate, bro? I tell you guys all the time. Most of what I say is just for entertainment purposes. Except football. Football, all those takes are what I truly believe that. That 14-4, I truly believe that.
KV canceled from the show. Yeah, your
No,
Iron Man take.
no.
Your superhero take. I might have to rethink your contract next year.
Bro, Shane. Bro, like, no, bro. Like, you can't do me like that, Shane, because, like, Kid Vicious is trying to start his own brand, but I'm not gonna start talk about it because Mr. Barbecue doesn't like me to self-advertise. Anyways, but Shane needs to be on the show next week. I don't care what you have to do. Get on this show, Shane. I am talking to you, bro, because it is a war when you come on here. I'm gonna study our topics, so have the topics ready before the day before barbecue, bro.
Day before Mondays are pretty packed, but I can see what I can do.
Like get them to me early, cause I want to sit up here and have all my weapons ready to go against Shane, bro.
Shane doesn't even need to study. Shane said he doesn't even need to study.
Bro, she's 30 something, bro. You're living longer than me, so a lot of stuff we talk about is kind of some of it's before our times on certain stuff. So you kind of have that advantage against us. That's it. But I can't wait to Christmas time when we talk about Die Hard. God,
Oh, that conversation again. Die Hard conversation.
that was the funniest one. But yeah, like seriously, we need to talk about a role for Phil on the show, man. Like honestly,
Yeah,
because
I'm thinking third co-host.
that's what I want too. He's one of our better guests. He's one of our best guests.
Yeah.
Shane is our best debater of all time. Like that was a knockout drag out war. Well, no, that was kind of one sided because Shane kind of beat us the whole
No,
time.
he beat you.
No,
No, he beat you.
Christmas movies, he dogged you, bro. He straight up dogged you on Christmas movies,
No.
bro. Shane kind of freaking, bro. It wasn't even a stand and bang when Shane versus me, probably. Like he was probably just had me on the ropes the whole time. But he definitely knocked you out with the Christmas movies, bro.
He knocked you out with the football takes.
That's because, like, bro, most of Shane's argument is history. It's history.
If he can beat you that bad with football takes, I can't imagine what he can do with Marvel takes.
Marvel takes. I feel like.
I mean, he's been dogging you in the comments this whole time. So
I just said it was this one was entertainment slash what I truly believe. Against him, against Shane, I gotta study to go against him.
of course you have to
With
study.
Phil,
You have
Phil,
to study to come on with us.
I don't have to study with you, barbecue, especially football. I know more football than you. You're a noob to football. I can
What?
take you
Okay.
out.
Okay, buddy.
I
Okay.
I can take you with just basic football knowledge, bro. I can rock a session with.
Okay.
I can hang with you in
Okay.
football, no problem. I live and breathe Marvel MCU. I would flame you. Shane, man, I wish you was. I wish, like, I know last year when we had hecklers like this, we brought them onto the show. But we're gonna respect Phil and have him on here, and we're gonna talk to Phil because I'm at the point where I'm about to say barbecue. Put this man into the chat, because that video chat, because that's how we met Shane, Phil, bro. That's how I met him. He was a heckler that I was like, bring him into this
Yeah,
show.
that was funny.
And then he got brought on a second time as a guest. Like that
Did
is
we
how
bring him on a second time?
Yeah, that's when you talk about Die Hard. We were
I
just
thought
talking
that was
about
the first. I thought that was the first and only time.
No, the first time when he was a heckler in the comments, that's how we brought him on.
How can y'all the comments? I'm new to this. I can't even.
Oh,
Because
we're watching him on Twitch. Yeah, we're watching
Yeah,
Barbecue
I
Show.
have so basically my setup is I have a monitor in front of me, which is you guys, and then the monitor over here is my Twitch setup.
Mm-hmm.
If you are ready to try, I'm here. LOL. Barbecue, are you willing to bring Shane into this show right now, bro?
We can bring him on right now. I mean, we're pushing 2 hours, but I don't care.
Bro, I'm sorry. I know we didn't want to go over 2 hours, but Shane, you know how he gets me. He gets me fired up, and I am ready.
All right, we can bring Shane on. But yeah, Phil, if you have I don't know if are you on your phone right now?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
I don't know if you have a laptop or anything, but if you want to pull up my stream, you know what my stream is, right?
Yeah.
If you want to pull up that and mute it so we don't get the echo, and then you can see the comments too.
Okay. Yeah. I'm getting a MacBook soon. The computer we got is like real old. It's probably not even gonna work out for real.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, you don't really have to. It's just more of a thing if you want to.
Yeah, because right now they love you in the comments. They love you, bro.
Real?
Yeah, they're always against me. That's what makes me mad.
It's only Shane in there, but
I'm always the victim in this. Like, bring Shane on now.
We're adding Shane right now.
Bring him now.
This
like, bro. Like,
here we go.
But I want Shane. I want him now. There he is. What? Look at this. Look at him. Just looking at him makes me angry. Just
Why did
looking.
you? First off, Phil, it's nice to meet you. I'm Shane.
And nice to meet you.
Kid Vicious, you're excused from this podcast.
Bro. Every time. All right. So what are we gonna talk about first, Shane? What are we gonna talk about first?
I mean,
Talk about the Iron Man situation.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna go football first, because football first, I'm gonna destroy him. But anyways,
you can.
all right. Let's talk about Iron Man.
You can pick whatever poison you want first. I've listened to your logic on Iron Man for the last 30 minutes, and it's zero logic involved.
We're gonna go back to football. We're gonna get this. We're gonna come back to the Iron Man because I want to talk football, because I've been studying up for football for this moment. So we're gonna go to the Colts. Colts complete garbage.
Yeah, we'll be lucky to win 6 games this year. Absolutely.
Okay, now we're going back to Iron Man. I needed him to fight me on that one. But anyways, all right, let's go over to Iron Man. Iron Man is not a real hero. I don't care what you guys say.
Well,
He
I mean,
doesn't have
that's
the ability.
that's your opinion, though. If you look up the actual, like, if we want to go like real technical and look up definition, then by every definition of what a superhero is, he's a superhero. If you want to look at it as like on a different level of not like technically, then he is one of the only people in either universe that literally gave his life for basically the world. And I don't know if you know what a hero is, but that is selflessly serving something else greater than yourself. So not only is he a hero, but he has superpowers that were given to him by the abilities of his Iron Man suit, which he did make himself because he is very wealthy, generational wealth. Actually, he necessarily didn't work for it completely because his dad founded Stark Industries and they had government contracts, but he snapped his fingers to save every single person from Thanos version 2. So yeah, I would say that Iron Man's probably a superhero.
No, he's not.
That's
No.
that's your comeback is no, he's not.
No, he's not.
He's not a superhero in the literal definition, real world. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what a superhero is. But we're talking about a universe, a made-up universe. He's not a superhero in this universe.
What did you just say? A made-up universe. It's not even real. But if you take that into account of what we're talking about of not superheroes, then there's so many superheroes that are not superheroes. But if you literally just mess your own argument up by saying, well, it's a made-up universe. Well, duh. You think cars can really talk to each other and riding around on racetracks?
Bro.
Like, do you think Buzz Lightyear can really fly with Woody?
Oh, I think I just saw Spider-Man outside my window.
Like, yes, it's made up, but like,
it's made up. All these superheroes have some genetics that they were either born with or because of some kind of chemical reaction or something.
No, all these superheroes don't, because Iron Man is a superhero. Iron Man was one of the first superheroes when we talk about Stan Lee writing comics. He was one of the first superheroes thought up. Black Widow is a superhero. She is a super trained assassin who literally laid her life on the line to save billions of people. Hawkeye is more than just somebody that happens to know how to use a bow, for one. That shows me you have zero knowledge of the MCU, because Hawkeye is also, he's pretty much the same equivalent as Black Widow. He's also like a spy, a government spy. Let's see who else we have. Sam Wilson, Falcon, not a superhero, right? Because he only has a suit. He's a superhero. Sorry to tell you.
Isn't he military trained though?
I'm military trained and I couldn't do that shit.
Exactly. My whole basis is Iron Man is a guy in a suit. He cannot fight without a super suit.
But neither can Falcon. Falcon could not fight. Falcon is a 160-pound man who couldn't fight hand-to-hand combat if he didn't have that suit. Rhodey, War Machine, could not do that. He was an Air Force captain who flew planes. he is definitely not gonna be able to be a superhero without that suit.
But they both have basic combat skills. Iron Man doesn't.
No, they don't. No,
That's
they
part
do
of the
not.
training. Well, not for the
If
Air
you-
Force. I don't know about the Air Force, but that's
Neither-
part of it.
Neither one of them have a fighting ability. Vision is a made up object from a Infinity Stone and a bunch of computers. So Vision really technically isn't a superhero. He's kind of just like a robot, right?
So is Cyborg a hero then?
But I'm not even gonna talk about DC is irrelevant. There's so many.
in Marvel? Okay, we can say in Marvel because you're talking about something that was built. He was built.
Well, yeah, he was built because of an accident, but he is a superhero. He is in fact a superhero.
No.
I just
Well,
don't
yeah,
think that you've ever actually watched a Marvel movie in your life in its
I've watched
entirety.
all of them. I've watched every last one of them.
Would you consider yourself like where would you put yourself on like the spectrum of being a fan? Would you say you're a casual?
No.
You're a
You-
you're 100% a casual.
No.
You don't have
If
any.
that.
You have no facts backing up anything you say. I was listening to your
No.
Spider-Man stuff, and I just wanted to smack you through the screen.
Bro, Andrew Garfield is not number one. Is not number one. If
I
we're
don't
gonna go
care.
there,
I don't even care about any of that. No, he's not. Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man to ever walk the face of Earth.
he's not even number two. He's three, like I said.
Toby?
No, Andrew's number three, like I said.
I mean, they all have their benefits. But listen, you are a casual.
No, I am not. No.
You're a casual,
Dude,
and it's okay. Hey, listen, you're a casual Marvel fan and superhero fan. You're a casual sports fan.
Oh, heck no. Heck no.
I wouldn't
Listen,
even say
my-
casual. I'd say like 3 steps below casual.
No.
It's
I'll
like
say
You
I'll
know
say-
nothing.
I
Like
per- I
it
have-
seems like you
I
say
admit
you
to the
watch
NFL
the MCU movies, and it
Bro.
seems like you fell asleep through half of them.
Bro, I'll say this on the NFL stuff. Most of my takes are just ridiculous. I'll admit that. But I actually know some NFL stuff. So barbecue, you can't say anything.
I was talking about
'Cause-
Marvel. I didn't say anything about NFL.
But whoever said I'm a casual NFL, oh yeah, it was Shane. I am not a casual NFL fan. Heck no.
I will
everything I've
admit,
everything I've heard you ever say about anything is a very casual
The
like
best-
fan.
I will admit,
No.
I am a super fan of the Steelers team, but I am a casual NFL fan.
NFL.
I barely I know some stuff, but I just got into this recently,
Exactly.
and I'll
Exactly.
openly say that.
So you can't rank me, bro, because you don't look at any other team but the Steelers. Exactly.
And the Falcons.
Well, that's a crap team, anyways. That's worse than the. I'd rather be a Colts fan than the Falcons. That's a crap team. Anyways, the best Colts team was when Peyton Manning played, anyway, so it doesn't matter. So yeah,
Way to be a bandwagon and know that random fact that everybody knows.
no, not everybody knows that.
Who's the quarterback right now for the Colts?
I know he sucks.
Actually, talk about this too. Well, who is it? Who
Right
is
now,
it?
QB1 Sam Ellinger.
No,
You know
well-
who that
QB2
is.
is
I
I know
Minshew.
he sucks. He sucks. I don't even know who that is.
You don't
No,
have
that-
to.
Man, y'all gave. Sorry, then they came out with it like a couple days ago, didn't they?
Who is it? What'd you say?
Anthony Richardson.
Oh yeah, we drafted him. He's QB3 right now, but I mean he's a rookie, so he's got to still prove himself. But we have I mean Sam Ellinger is looking pretty good preseason. We have Minshew, who is a veteran in the league. I know KV, you probably never heard of him because you don't know
That
anything.
is Gardner Minshew. I know exactly who that is.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure you just
Okay.
I seen you just googling. And
Google what?
then
Google
we have-
what?
and then we have Richardson, who if he pans out and he really understands the NFL, he's gonna be a dog. Who's your all right, KV? Who's your 3 quarterbacks on your team?
Oh my God! Don't ask me that question. All right. Don't ask me that question.
Why
Jordan Love is QB1. And then I don't know the other two. I'm sorry. I'll admit that I don't know the other two.
Is Jordan Love number one?
Yeah, he's number one. We've been saying it all off season. That's who we're going with.
Oh, you guys have been saying that?
Yeah, we've been saying that all off season. We're going with Jordan Love. And
Wait,
and
has it been
actually, I think
officially
Jordan Love's
announced
right.
though?
Yeah, it's official.
Yeah, he's QB1.
Okay.
It's official.
I even know all my QBs.
Bro, I don't care about the other two. I care about the main quarterback because that's who's going to be playing.
Well, you have to care about the other two because they're his replacement if / when he gets hurt.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like the replacement for when Aaron Rodgers messed up his shoulder that time, he was the best best replacement that we've had, and that was the only one I got to see. He won us 7 games. I don't remember his name. I don't even know if he plays for us anymore. I don't think he does. But
Do you know where Jordan Love went to college?
yeah, he went to Utah.
Utah State.
Yeah, Utah State. I know.
I said Utah or Utah State. There's 2 schools. Pick
He
one.
went to Utah State.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
You said
It's
Utah
the
first.
blue one, right? It's the blue one. Whatever blue. It's a blue
Aren't they
U.
both blue? I don't know.
No.
I don't know
One of
college.
them is red and white. One of them is red and white, and the other one is blue and white.
Oh, what do you think their record's gonna be this year? Because I heard some crazy number.
14-4. I stand by it. We have our worst season was last year. Seasons before that, we had the best record in the regular season. Before last year, before last year, we were at 13-3 the year before. So it's not unrealistic. It's not. We could do it. I stand by 14-4. And I say that with a straight face. 14-4.
No,
I stand by that.
no. I'm looking at
What's the
least
numbers? Maybe?
1, 2. You guys are gonna lose to the Falcons.
I said that. I
You're
admitted
gonna
that.
lose to the Lions twice, so that's
No.
3. That's
No.
3 L's.
No.
You're gonna lose to the Rams.
Nope.
You're definitely gonna lose to the Chiefs.
No.
Steelers, you may lose to, and the Vikings, you might lose to. So you got to lead. Yeah, you guys might go 50%, and that's
Bro.
being generous.
Bro, 14-4. I stand by it. I'm not moving away from that. I stand by that statement.
Man, I'm wrong all the time in life, and it's okay to be wrong.
Bro, mine is realistic compared to barbecue. He said 12-5 for the Steelers. They're not that powerful in my eyes.
But you don't understand football, so
12-5 for the Steelers? No. We haven't even seen this man play 2 full seasons. Can I get some water, Miss Thing? Come on, we're in the middle of a show.
I could see the Steelers going 12-5.
Oh my God, no.
I mean, obviously, going to take a couple, like Philip said, but
10-7.
I could see that. The Packers are one of the most overrated football teams in America.
Oh no.
Between
No.
the Cowgirls.
Oh gosh. No,
The Packers.
I call them the convicts because they always picking up, misdemeanor people who've been to jail. All the players been to jail. That's one of the requirements for Cowboys.
Listen, I just want you to know that you did not impress me with a year off of football season. I also need you to go and do some really extensive studying. When Barbecue picks these topics for this next time, I want Barbecue to give us time limits. Barbecue, I want you to set this up, all right?
I've been saying that. I've said, give me more time so I can study these topics.
No. I don't know. You don't get time to study. I mean, if you need the time, but Barbecue, I want you to set this up next time for like an around the Halo type deal. You can take points with the tally. I don't care, but give us I don't know. I want to include Phil in this too because we need to have two people that really say some factual things. So you barbecue, what I envision for this episode with me is it'll be me, Phil, and KV up here. Maybe we get like 2 minutes apiece on a topic, and then you can give and take points away. All right,
All right,
but
I
like
like.
Oh,
this down.
basically like a around the horn setup.
yeah, and around the horn where you get 0 points and Phil and I really have to compete because we're gonna say things that make sense.
Right.
I'm down. Special episode of the what do we call it? The Studio C podcast.
All right, I got some stuff to get done, some work to get done. Kid V, it's been nice as always roasting you.
Hey, do you
Phil,
watch UFC?
do I what? Don't even get me started on UFC.
Oh no,
That's
I'll
a
kill
whole.
you on
That
boxing
I think that's a
UFC.
next week conversation.
You know what? Barbecue. Let's just put UFC on there
All right.
because if
Yeah.
KV says some ridiculous things about UFC, I'm just going to delete his account.
No, all facts when it comes to UFC, 100%.
You
No,
better, bro. You better bring
I-
your A. You better bring your
I
A
love
game,
that
baby.
shit too much.
Because I broke my headset when Sugar Sean won this weekend.
Why,
Because
bro?
because I
Oh,
was
no, I agree
because I
with
was
you.
ecstatic because that's my boy. But I got to get some work done. Barbecue, you let me know
Yeah.
what time you need me on Tuesday, and I'll be here.
All right. I'll DM you probably after this episode. I'll try. If I remember.
Yeah, that works, man. Later, y'all.
All right. See you.
Meaty.
So yeah, you just got destroyed for the third time. I'm gonna say third time.
Bro, that was more like a face off. That wasn't really really that doesn't count. That was more of a face off.
All right. You got anything else to say, Shane, or not Shane? Philip and or KV.
I think I'm all.
KV, got anything else to say?
No, good.
All right. Also, I am gonna take Shane's advice and also write down how many times Shane won. So he is currently 3-0.
No. Oh, 2-0.
3-0. I mean, we obviously count this as a win. Your rebuttal to his Marvel stuff was it's a fictional world. So I mean that you automatically lost as soon as that comment came out of your mouth. So all right, I think that's it for this episode. Philip, we will be in contact with you again, definitely. Thanks for joining.
I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Yeah, you were probably one of our best guests. I'm really excited to see what we can do in the future.
Right.
I feel like I said, we got to discuss it, but I feel like he should have a good role. I
Definitely.
like you said, third co-host. I would want that.
I want that
I'm
too.
down for
I mean,
I'm
it
down
seems like
for that.
Philip is ready for the job.
Yeah, definitely. I said, whatever y'all want me to do, I'm cool with, man. Just like I said, just keep in contact. Let me know.
All right. Yeah, we'll definitely. I'll probably DM you on Discord if you do you regularly use Discord?
Not really. I get notifications all the time. I'll start checking it like for sure then.
All right.
I mean, and then Instagram. He's on Instagram. I can send you his.
Instagram, all right.
Yeah, on there.
All right. So yeah, KV will contact you through Instagram, or I would contact you through Discord, whichever one. But yeah, thank you again for joining us tonight.
No problem.
Oh yeah, Barbecue. I also got to talk to you about some other stuff. I need you to help me make a logo for my brand, but that's another thing we can talk about off camera.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, all right. Let me know if Shane is booked for next Tuesday, bro, because I'm gonna get ready.
Literally as soon as I hit stop streaming, I'm gonna DM him even before I post the YouTube, even before I work on the shorts, even before I work on the TikToks. he's first priority right now.
Yeah, send me the
Next
link so
week.
I can put it on my Instagram.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
both of you. I appreciate you. I will talk to you next week.
All
All right,
right.
y'all.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining the first episode of season 2. We will be back next week with Philip and Shane, hopefully. But yeah, that is it. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to YouTube if you haven't already. Go follow us on Instagram at the Studio C Pod for more content, for highlights. YouTube for full video. Twitch for also full video. Yeah, we'll talk to you later. See ya.